Hello, my friends. Happy Friday Eve day. You guys know how I do this every week. My friends on YouTube and LinkedIn are ready to go. We're waiting for my friends in my free Facebook group to get in the party with us. Looks like a live video is trying to start. Awesome. We are live. If y'all are here with me live, please say something. It's always nice to know when I have friends in the house with me. All right, well, let's kick off this party. Happy Friday Eve day officially. Listen, here's what we're going to talk about today. If you have ever said, no one's opting into my freebie, maybe I need a better lead magnet, my audience just isn't opting in or biting anymore. Okay, if you've ever said those things or you're thinking those things, I want you to stick with me because we're going to talk about lead magnets and some simple ways that you can get more clicks and more conversions. It's going to be awesome. And then I've got a fun thing I want to share with you at the very end. But first, I want to introduce myself just in case we've never met and you're wondering, who is this girl that is popping up live on my YouTube, my LinkedIn, or if you're joining me over my free Facebook group, you know who I am. I am Tracy Beavers. I'm an award-winning business and sales coach, and I'm host of the top-ranked podcast, Create Online Business Success. And I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies. And I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you guys over the years to grow your email lists so you can get that consistent monthly income that you really want. We all want to have our income be consistent and not all over the map and roller coastery, because we've got to make some plans in our business, right? The strategies that I teach are so different for visibility, list growth, and leads organically. The ones that I teach are fresh. They get your list growth happening automatically every day in the background of your business without thinking about having to do paid ads. They have their place, but I don't teach them. And also without having to create another set truckload of free lead magnets. And if you're thinking you've gotten to November 13th as the time at the time of this recording, it's November 13th, 2025. And if you're like, my year has not gone the way I wanted it to, this year has been super wonky, I need to set myself up for success in 2026, DM me or email me. Let's talk about coaching with me. I have short sessions to knock out one or two things. I have an elite one-to-one package where I literally put on my scuba gear and I deep dive into your business so that I can look at every nook and cranny, find out what you have that's working, what you have that's not working, what you need, and how we can make it work. All the things. And as I go along through this live training, you guys know how I love to do this. Pop your questions and comments into the chat. I will look at those and answer those at the end, because if I try to look at them now, I will squirrel us off into another topic entirely. And if you're coming to me on replay, comment with your question and I will swoop in and answer that for you too. Okay, my friends, tell me in the comments, have you ever thought this or said this? I have. Okay, my lead magnet just isn't working anymore. I think it stinks. And I'm just going to toss it in the garbage and I'm going to make a new one. All right. So anybody out there? Yes, I think we've all said it. You're not alone. I've said it. My clients and students have said this too. But here's the thing. Here's what's more likely going on. It's not the lead magnet itself. So what I do is look at, is the lead magnet being promoted enough? Meaning, do you have a visibility problem? Because people can't opt in for or buy, speaking about your paid offers, people can't opt in for things they can't see or don't know about. Or are you promoting it all over the place and getting no opt-ins? That signals to me a messaging problem. So before we throw the baby out with the bathwater, we have to look at all of the pieces of this funnel to see what needs fixing. And sometimes it's really simple stuff and it just takes one or two tweaks. One of my business visibility made easy students said this in our last round. She was going to toss out her lead magnet and make a different one. But when I reviewed everything for her, which is what I do in my program, by the way, when you become one of my students in my 8-week group coaching program, I look at everything you want me to look at. And I'm doing Loom reviews for you unless we can get on live on a live strategy call in our group program. I do a live strategy call once a week. I will look at anything you want me to, your landing pages, your lead magnet. I want to make sure everything you have is going to convert for you. So when I looked at everything for her, she realized that the copy she was using to promote it on social media didn't match the copy messaging she was using on her landing page. So her audience was confused. They were attracted to what she was offering, and they were attracted because of that social media post. But when they got to the landing page, there was enough of a disconnect there in the messaging that made them pause and think, oh, am I in the right spot? Did I click on the right link? Do I even want this? Is this what I signed up for? And they don't opt in. They weren't opting in. So I helped her get those two pieces aligned, and the social media copy and the landing page copy matched, cohesive, and bingo. The opt-ins started flowing regularly. She was getting ready to take that entire funnel and throw it out and create a new one. Saved her so much time, saved her money too in the long run, because time is money. So before we get too deep into this though, I will say that if you've created a free lead magnet that ties to your paid offer, because that's what we want to do, and your paid offer is based on actual market research, so that you know with certainty your paid offer is what your clients want and need, then it stands to reason that your free lead magnet should convert. So let me say that again. When we go to create a freebie, we need to base it off of one of our paid offers most of the time. Now, I have some freebies that pertain to business growth. They don't pertain to an exact paid offer that I have, like a program, but they do pertain to like a 45-minute one-to-one session or one-to-one coaching with me. So it doesn't have to be exactly from your paid offer, but the first few lead magnets you create, I do want those to be from your paid offer, a piece of it, just a small chunk of it. And then as you go along and you create more lead magnets, they don't necessarily have to pertain to your offer. But my point is, if that paid offer was based on actual market research, where you know darn well what you're offering is what your clients want and need, and then you base that free lead magnet off of that paid offer, then it's probably not the lead magnet itself. Because as I mentioned, we don't want to make freebies and opt-ins that aren't based on research. We want to give your audience what they want so that we can then give them what they need. So what happens what do we do when your lead magnet stops converting, or maybe it never converts at all? Here's some things I want you to look at. As I just mentioned, that messaging mismatch, the lead magnet and title and the promise of it doesn't match. Maybe it doesn't match what your audience is currently struggling with, because it's not based on research. Or the social media copy doesn't match the landing page. There's a disconnect when they are clicking on it from social media, and then they get to that landing page and they're like, I don't know, is this what I saw? Maybe it's a lack of visibility. People can't opt in for things that they don't know exist. So if you're not promoting it enough for people to even see it, and here's the thing, you can't throw this thing out there once every couple of weeks and expect it to convert like crazy. I would prefer that you promote a lead magnet per week, every single week. Okay. That whatever you're using for top of funnel, a freebie, your free Facebook group, if you have one like I do, your podcast can be a great top of funnel strategy if it is set up for list growth. So are you promoting it enough? And then there's no next step. Your audience opts in for your freebie, but it feels like a dead end instead of a walkway to get to the next step with you. So you don't need 10 new freebies. To start out with, you need one or two that work really well and are based on your paid offer. And over time, I help my clients and students develop 4 lead magnets if you can. And why is that? Because you want to promote a freebie often, once a week, as I just mentioned. And you don't want to be throwing out the same thing every single week, because your audience is going to get tired of seeing it. They're going to grow, nose blind in that one commercial for the air freshener. Have you grown nose blind to your offer? So we don't want that to happen. We don't want them to get tired of seeing it. So you want to have 4, if you can work up to 4 good, solid lead magnets, that gives you 1 per week. And then you just go back to, you could do that for 4 weeks and then go back to week 1, all of that. All right, let's talk about auditing and talking about your messaging and things like that. So I want you to ask yourself this question. Does your lead magnet still solve a problem that your audience cares about right now? And it's what they want, not what they need. I know what my clients and students need, but if I lead with that, they're not going to see themselves in what I'm saying. I got to give them what they want so I can then give them what they need. And again, it should connect to your paid offer. And so here's an example that I want to give you for this. You guys know I teach visibility and list growth, And my paid offers are my 8-week group coaching program, Business Visibility Made Easy, where I am right beside you every single step of the way. You've got me in your pocket as your coach, and I'm teaching you all of my visibility and list growth strategies. And along the way, I'm doing a whole bunch of other things too for your business, because that's just the way I like to coach. Or my elite one-to-one coaching, where I'm putting on my scuba gear and I'm doing a deep dive into your business, and I'm looking at every single nook and cranny. So my freebies need to come from that content that I teach, not some random topic that doesn't pertain to anything I actually do. Like, you're never going to hear me teach you a morning routine. Okay. I want you to have kind of a morning routine framework that you use every morning in your business, because I do. And I feel like that's one of the things that's made me successful and getting more and being productive. Definitely not ever going to teach you anything on meditation, because your gal is not good at it. Okay. So those things don't pertain to the work that I do. Those things are not, you're not going to find those things in my paid offers. So I don't want to spend time creating a freebie on it. I hope that helps you. All right. Then I want you to review the title and the subtitle of the freebie. Are they clear and benefit driven? And you know this, because I talk about it all the time. In marketing, we want to be clear, not clever. Remember, what is your audience thinking? Everybody's thinking, what's in it for me to give up my valuable email address for this thing that I've just clicked on from a social media post? Your lead magnet should not be a mystery novel. People shouldn't have to guess what it is or what they're going to get from it. They're thinking, what's in it for me? And we've got to very clearly state, in my free guide, you're going to find boom, you're going to find X, Y, Z, so you can P, D, Q, right? Very clear. Then I want you to update your landing page and your social media posts so that that promise from the lead magnet, that transformation, that thing that they're looking for, matches across every touch point. Now, here's a pro tip. I want you to read your opt-in page out loud, your landing page, where people click, where you want people to opt in for that freebie. Does it sound like you? Is it conversational like your content, or is it completely boring? One of my friends the other day was so funny. She went live and she said she's creating this new offer, and she's so cute. And I love her because she's so honest. She said, y'all, she didn't say y'all because she's from Arizona, but she said, I was looking at my own landing page and it is totally boring. And I thought, oh my stars, I need to go back and look at my landing pages. Mine might be a total snore too. So if you're reading it and you're falling asleep, that's a problem. Also, get one of your trusted business besties who loves you, but also isn't going to let you put any crap out into the world. Look at it for you. Or better yet, join my coaching program and have me review it in depth with you in real time. Better yet, do that. Okay. Then we want to ensure that the landing page is visually simple. Okay. We don't want a lot of clutter on there. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making with their landing page is it's like a page from their website, and it should not be. When people land on your landing page, there needs to be one thing for them to do, and that is to opt in for that free thing you're offering. You do not want tabs at the top for your blog, your podcast, your about section, your this, your that, because they're going to get distracted. They're going to be like, oh, let me go see what she's all about. Oh, she's got a podcast. Oh, wait, there's a blog. And it's a buffet, and there's too many things. There's too many choices, and they're going to forget what they came there for, and they're not going to opt in. So don't do that. Then you want to make sure, this is a mistake. I am so bad about this, y'all. So bad. Please be better than me. Check the mobile view and the iPad view. Check those. I am really great about getting a landing page looking awesome from my laptop. And then I forget to pick up the phone and check it. And invariably, every single launch, somebody will, and my audience is so gracious. They'll DM me and they go, Tracy, did you check mobile view on that sales page? Because it looks like XYZ is wonky. And I'm like, oh my heavens. Okay. Yes. Let me go fix it. So y'all be better than me. And nothing like none of those extra goodies like I'm talking about. No other tabs, no social media links at the bottom. We want them to go right into that opt-in, not squirreling off into anything else. And remember to match that social post copy to the opt-in landing page. So you probably want to start, now that I'm thinking through this, what's a great place to start? A great place to start is creating a free lead magnet. But then you could go create the landing page and then take that landing page copy and let that drive your social media copy. copy and paste the stuff off your landing page, throw it back into chat and say, I need some social media posts about this. And then add in a couple of testimonials. And you do want a section that says who you are as they scroll through, not an about section, but who you are and why you are qualified to tell them what you're going to tell them, right? Because again, people want to know what's in it for them. So let's talk about a next step. This is where most of my clients and students drop the ball because it's not something you're thinking about, but I want you to actively start thinking about this in every funnel that you have. Where is your lead magnet leading your client? Well, it led them to your email list. That's awesome. It led them to opt in and grab your freebie. That's amazing. Where are we leading them next? Here's what I mean. That thank you success page, after they opt in and they get that thank you page that generally says, hey, go check your inbox. Be sure to check your spam folder. What could you put there that's a clear next action step? For the most part, when you opt into one of my freebies, you're going to get that thank you success page that says, go check your inbox, check your spam folder. While you're waiting, here's an invitation to my free Facebook group. And there's a short, less than 2-minute video, which honestly, I need to update because I watched it the other day and it was cringe. And I was like, oh, Tracy. Anywho, we're always refining, right? So on that thank you success page, though, most of the time, you're going to get an invitation to my free Facebook group, right? What you could do there, if you don't have a free Facebook group, that's okay. What about a low ticket offer? I've got a $37 visibility bundle. On some of my thank you success pages, you'll get that offer for $7. And then the next thank you success page has the free Facebook group invitation. Should you say book a call? What's the next thing you could give them? Then the next step I want you to look at is the email, the confirmation email, where you are emailing them the thing they wanted, the free lead magnet, the video, the whatever it is. In that email, don't waste that space. Give them a next step, either in the body of the email or the PS. In mine, it's going to be an invitation to my free Facebook group, just in case you missed it on the thank you page. And then inside the freebie itself, most of my free lead magnets have a cover photo. The format is the same. Cover photo, personal note from me about how thrilled I am that you downloaded this thing and what we're going to do together inside the lead magnet, with a PS that has an invitation to my free Facebook group, right? What could you put inside the lead magnet to take the next step? Because that's how my free Facebook group grows by so many people every single month without me knowing who they are until they land in my group and they want to join. Because every time you turn around in my lead magnet funnels, I'm reminding you and inviting you to come join me in my free group and what's in it for you to be there. So your lead magnet should not be the final destination. It needs to be a doorway that leads to your other things and keeps people swimming around in your content so that they get caught up and they're warmed up faster. All right. So let me recap really fast. Oh, before I do that, let's talk about the visibility piece, because I touched on this, but I didn't dive into it. So do you have a visibility problem? Like I mentioned, you can't just post this thing once every 30 days and hope for results. Okay. Here's an example of one of my students. This is a paid offer that she had. Now, she had a small list. She had a small audience. She had a $97 offer. And in Business Visibility Made Easy, she said to me, because this is something I help with, even though I don't teach you about your paid offers, I'm really good at helping you get yours out there and get them sold. She said, Tracy, I think this offer stinks. And I said, okay, tell me about the offer. She told me about the offer. And I was like, that doesn't stink. I said, is that based on market research? She said, yes. I said, okay, I like the price point. It's easy. It's a low cost of entry to work with you and get to know you. I said, how many times are you promoting this? And she said, well, I posted it on social media a couple of weeks ago and I emailed my list about it. And I said, one social media post and one email? And she said, yeah. And I went, nope, that's not what we're doing. So we put together a cadence of social media posts and a cadence of emails. Within 2 weeks, she made $2,500. So is it a messaging problem or is it a visibility problem? Because you can't just post this thing once and hope for results. That's not how this works. You can add your free lead magnet into your email signature. On, like when you're sending out a regular email, share your lead magnets in your free Facebook group. If you have a free Facebook group like I do, or you're in a community that allows that, a community that's housed on like Mighty Network, Circle, Heartbeat, those other platform communities, share it. mention it like I do in my lives. I always try to give you a call to action that leads to my email list. Share it in your podcast. You're listening to my podcast right now, and I'm going to give you a call to action in the audio of the podcast, and I'm also going to put all this stuff in the show notes. And then in the DMs, share it as you're uncovering a need for somebody. And if somebody says to me, I don't know how to grow my email list, I'm going to be like, okay, well, tell me more about that. And I'm uncovering their needs. And if I have a free resource that I can give them as a great starting place before telling them that they could hire me as a coach, I'm going to do that. And then rotate those lead magnets so your audience doesn't grow tired of seeing the same old stuff. Now, I have some secret sauce on rotating those lead magnets and how you can do it to get massive results without creating a ton of fresh content. But it's something I teach my students in my 8-week group coaching program and something I teach my one-to-one clients. So the secret sauce, you can get it, but you have to pay me for it. I know. Isn't that awful? All right. So visibility plus consistency of posting equals conversions on our free lead magnets and even on our paid offers. All right. Let's recap really, really fast. Your lead magnet probably doesn't stink. It just needs better alignment. So check your messaging. It's probably the messaging first. Make sure that the landing page, the social post, the thank you sequence, all that stuff is working together, creating that ecosystem that they just get caught up in and are swimming around in it, and then promote it regularly and strategically. So here's your challenge from me this week, because you know I'm known for giving you a challenge. I want you to get one of your lead magnet funnels out, and I want you to audit it just for fun. Or you could do this, pick out a business bestie, and each of you go through the other one to check for the user experience. You probably don't need more freebies. You just need smarter ones that do the heavy lifting for you to grow your list and build the trust and setting up those sales and those opt-ins that come in automatically. All right, I'm going to check for comments. Just one sec. See if anybody's got any questions. Hey, my friends, Laura Wilkerson's here. Scuba gear. Yep, that's me. Laura, you know it because I put on my scuba gear and helped you with your business. Elena is here. Natalie said, I haven't shared posted a lead magnet yet. Natalie, my challenge to you today, sister, get it out there. Post about your lead magnet today. Sarah's in the house. Hey, Sarah. Sherry said, this is where my lead magnets need help. That message after they sign up and what the results they receive with a clear next step. I got you. I've got something for you, Sherry. Ann Bernardin just redid one. Ann is in my 8-week group coaching program. Y'all, she helps people manage their diabetes and avoid it and all that jazz. I love that, Ann. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, here's what I've got for you. Sherry, listen up, my friend. Lean in. Not only do I have a free lead magnet for you. See what I did there? So very meta, right? Offering you a freebie, all about the freebies. But if you want to dive deeper into this topic, really work through your lead magnet funnel and ask yourself, where is my lead magnet leading my clients? I want you to go to tracybeavers.com/magnet. I'm going to grab the link. Podcast listeners, this is going to be Kim Peak says she needs more visibility. I got you, sis. I got you. All right. LinkedIn, I will post that here in just a little bit after I'm done with the live. Podcast listeners, it's in your show notes. The other thing I want to give you guys. Now, this is something that I decided to do last week. Y'all know I like to fly by the seat of my pants, and I've been looking for ways to really get to know you better. Not just me talking to you on this live and you commenting, but us being in a room. So here's what I'm doing. On Monday, this Monday, November 17th, I am hosting a live free Q&A session. Ask me anything about your lead magnets. Okay? It is lead magnet focused. Come be in the room. Bring a lead magnet you think is a stinker. I'm happy to look at it for you. Bring your ideas. If you think you need a new one, bring me your ideas. Let's brainstorm it. Let's talk it out. Come be in the room to listen and hear from other people, because I'm telling you, every time I'm in a room like this, even if I don't have anything to share or say or ask, first of all, I have my Zoom name. It says Tracy Beavers, List and Leads Growth Strategist. Hot tip there. Make sure your Zoom name says who you are and who you serve, because even if I'm in that room and I don't have a question and I'm not sharing anything, people are seeing my name and they're seeing what I do. And do you believe it or not, they will reach out to me and they'll go, my list growth has stalled. I need you. I'm like, perfect. Let's have a chat. Okay. So the only thing is, the only catch with this is it is open to the members of my free Facebook group. So if you're not in my free Facebook group, I want you to come join us. You do need to answer the membership entry questions so that we know you are a legit, warm-hearted entrepreneur with an actual business and not one of those weirdo Facebook bot accounts that keep popping up everywhere. The Facebook group is called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Get visible, grow your email list and your income. Come in. Once you're approved in the group, at the top of the group, you'll see the Zoom link for the live Q&A. And I hope you'll join me. Y'all, I don't want to be in that room by myself, okay? Monday, November 17th at 11 a.m. Central. We'll be on for an hour. I don't know. We may go longer than that if, people are having fun and we're getting stuff done. And then here's another link I'm going to give you. If you want a coach like me who cares about you, and here's the thing. Yes, Elena, my secret sauce is in the BVME course. And if you can't find it, you DM me because I know you have access to it and I'll help you find it. Here's the thing, y'all. I know you're wanting a coach that is actually going to help you. I know because I hear you and I talk to you and I see the things that you're posting that you are tired of buying courses that you are left to work through on your own. You are tired of not having people that actually answer your question, not in a general sense, but for your business and you and helping you. This is where I shine as a coach. This is what sets me apart. So I'm putting my wait list for my Business Visibility Made Easy program, my 8-week group coaching program. And if you're in the comments right now, and you have coached with me or you are in that program, I would love for you to share what your experience has been so far. And am I putting my money where my mouth is? Do I really put on my scuba gear and dive in with you? Am I really there answering all the questions? Am I really reviewing every single thing you want me to review and giving you actual feedback? That's what you deserve when you hire somebody. So I want you to get on the wait list because we're going to reopen the doors middle of January. And let me give you a hot tip. Waitlisters, if you purchase before the doors officially open to the public, you're going to get VIP exclusive offers nobody else is going to get. Things like one-to-one time with me. Okay. All right. And so also, I'm just going to be a little bossy here. Y'all be with me here every Thursday at 11:30 Central. If you're here in the room, I'm so thankful for you. There's nothing like going live and wondering, is anybody going to show up? Is it just going to be me today? And you know what? Sometimes that still happens, but I'm so thankful you're here. So be here live with me. Put it on your calendar. And I say this every single week. I know I sound like a broken record, but I want you to hear it for the millionth time. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days, everybody is opting into your free lead magnets. And other days, you can't get anybody to opt in to save your life, right? And if you think you're alone feeling that way, you're absolutely not. Building an online business is hard, and we don't talk about that enough. There's mindset stuff. Am I doing the right thing? There's tech stuff. Oh, my stars, the tech stuff. There's numbers you have to track. Not only the metrics in what's converting and what's not converting, but the metrics in your profit and loss statement. Y'all, it's enough to make your brain swirl. So if you think you're alone feeling that way, you're not. Get into a community of support. My free Facebook group is a great place to do that. Come join us. You can promote your offers. You're free to move around the cabin and network with people and set coffee chats. And you're also going to get the registration for our free networking sessions we have once a month where you can meet other people for visibility. See what I did there? Visibility strategy. And the live Zoom Q&As that we're going to have. So we're having the first one on Monday. Maybe the best idea I've ever had, maybe the worst idea I've ever had. I don't know. We're going to try it. And then there's going to be one on December 17, same time, 11 a.m. Central to 12. That one is going to be launching. So if you have anything you want to launch, if you're launching a book, if you're launching a program, if you're launching a group coaching, a membership, if you're launching a podcast, come to the live Q&A. Ask me anything about launches and let's nail this down. Have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on. I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for being here.